Guys, we're rolling. We're shooting vodka today. How's that feel?
Good.
You're not like a vodka fella, right?
Every once in a while.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I've been kind of enjoying the vodka a little bit. I don't know why. I don't know what's been different in my diet or whatever in life, but for some reason I've been wanting the vodka.
That's sometimes a little cleaner feeling.
Yeah, maybe it's a little cleaner. I think it's less of a hangover. I think when you really smash vodka.
Yeah, especially when it's straight. Now you go mixing it with some
nonsense,
anything else.
Yeah,
you're just gonna have a bad time.
Some bullshit. Here, I'm gonna turn you up a little bit.
Cool.
Yeah. Oh, check this dude out. So I'm driving by Huntington Beach today, and I gotta ask you. Let's see if I can get it. It's a video without it stopping the music, but let's see. And I missed it. Okay, whatever. My question is, there's a dude. He's probably a tourist just walking by. I'm just driving by. I had to, but he's probably about 350. Just the palest guy I've ever seen. One of those flat painter's hats on, and the gayest shirt and the shortest shorts I've ever seen, and just the whitest skin. And I'm going, how does that happen? You know what I mean? Like, I'm really wondering how this boy is getting along.
It sounds terribly.
You know?
And I'm sure he's sunburned as fuck at home right now, hating life.
Probably. I mean, he's probably out in the sun for a second, and he happened to be with a girl, with his wife. She was big too. But I don't even care about the bigness. Just the whole scene was like,
everything about it was wrong.
I'm so curious as to how that happens. You know what I'm saying?
Well, he probably sits indoors all day long, plays video games, bro.
Yeah.
Drinks Code Red Mountain Dew and jacks off to fucking the weirdest porn you've ever thought of.
I was thinking about that, man, and I've come to the conclusion that I think that's really dangerous to check out of life. You have to if life sucks, you gotta deal with it.
Right.
Just be in the suck.
Well, yeah, you gotta embrace the suck.
Embrace the suck, dude,
and learn how to swim upstream.
Yeah,
fuck, dude.
Yeah, and I think there's too many people checking out with video games, the doom scrolling, you know what I mean by doom scrolling?
Yeah,
that thing.
Yeah. Well, it's funny you mentioned this whole thing because me and my buddy at work were talking about this, and I think it's a brilliant plan. So our healthcare system sucks, right?
Sure does.
And it's mostly because these fatties that call themselves handicapped when you're not, you're just fat and lazy, are sucking it all up to where we get the shit that's left over. Therefore, Ian, I've developed a great plan that you're going to love it.
Go ahead.
If you're a physically fit person and you're healthy conscience and everything, healthcare is free for you.
Okay.
So now it makes the fatties want to become healthy and fit.
Yeah.
Because they're paying for all the healthcare that we're getting for free.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. Right? It makes sense, but it'll never go for it because usually the people that are physically fit also have a couple bucks. The people that are super fat are usually broke.
This is true, but I mean, maybe you might start caring.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense because they're the ones that use up the whole system.
Yep. But what I do think that sucks too on the flip side of that is how expensive it's become to eat healthy.
Yeah.
Is fucking insane.
That's also a problem.
That is the biggest problem. It should be the opposite way.
Yeah.
If you want junk food and shit, that shit should be fucking, the price should be shot through the roof, and healthy shit should be at the fucking low end of fucking, how much it's going to cost me.
Right. Yeah, I mean, if you want a clean steak with a salad, right? Yeah. That costs you more than if you wanted I mean, does it really? Like, if you cook the steak, let's see. Let's buy a steak. What is it? It's $15 or $18 a good wagyu steak with a salad, a head of lettuce. You got $2 a head of lettuce, and then you got tomatoes on it. So you got So we're looking at a I guess we're looking at a $30, almost a $30 dinner.
Double or sometimes even quadruple if I say I go to Mickey D's. get a $7 meal deal, whatever the fuck they got on sale and shit, you know, because I'm a cheap bastard like that. All right, now think about that. That's fucked up.
Right.
Especially for our own people. Like, you know, we're the people that have said, hey, this is enough of this shit. It's enough. Like, let's fucking figure out a way to fucking make healthy shit way less expensive.
Right.
And the fucking crap that's bad for you, yeah, go ahead and fucking jack that up through the roof. Who cares?
Well, I mean, apparently all our stuff too is like, you know, all our carbohydrates are all jacked up from it's from preservatives in there. You know, all the breads and pastas and rice and all this is so jacked up full of preservatives that it's not even real. It's not even real. It's not like we're eating a piece of bread in Italy or anything, you know.
But this is where America fucked up, because we've become too metropolis fucking city-oriented motherfuckers that we're not used to getting fresh food from the farm.
Right.
You know, I mean, what's that farm that's off the freeway fucking my cousin would always go to. But anyways, yeah, you want fresh, good eggs that aren't fucked with, you know, dyed white and fucking all this shit that they do with the fucking hormones for the beef and all that, you know. Like, you got to go to specific places. Yeah, it's going to be a little pricier, but you really shouldn't have to go out of your way. It should be a commodity for everybody instead of sugary bullshit that's just going to fuck you all up.
Right, and then they try to like look down their nose at you when you're trying to go find this food. It's really funny. Like I have talked to some people who are just like, you know, like they do that sort of thing where it's like, I want my own eggs. I want all that. I take supplements. I want, you know, and then they laugh at your supplements and they're like, you're laughing at my supplements?
Really?
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy.
You're just looking at them like, yeah, I'm sure you haven't taken a vitamin in your life and you probably think you're doing better for it.
You just get taught that. You're taught that by our surroundings. Like I think our parents got hit big time. The boomers got hit with anti-supplement stuff, trusting doctors and government stuff.
That's a fact.
You know what I mean? I think our parents got hit with it, and then I think the left-wing children are getting hit with it now. You know?
Yep.
And it's only, you have to not believe anybody and just fucking
do it.
Just kind of know. Like, look into look, eggs aren't supposed to look like that.
No.
You know what I mean? Milk isn't supposed to look like that. These things, when you all of a sudden you get some fresh milk and you're like, oh shit, this is nothing like what I get at the grocery store. So
right.
What have I been drinking?
Real orange juice compared to the shit they try to pass off as orange juice, dude.
Big time.
Yeah.
Like, you get even the good orange juice, like what's a good one? Simply Orange. That's good.
Yeah,
it's good. But I got an orange tree here, and I squeeze those oranges.
Way different.
It's way different.
Yeah. There's no comparison.
You even feel different.
Yeah.
You're like this.
This energizes me.
It's different.
Yeah.
I'm not supposed to be tired after I eat.
Right.
Stupid.
Yeah, because it was funny, dude. The last time I was fucking severely hungover, dude, and I grabbed the biggest, like, big gulp cup size of fucking orange juice and just
all sugar.
Fucking dude.
Yeah.
It works though, you know. I mean, fucking right away I'm already like,
good, like a good orange juice.
Yeah. And it was fresh squeezed shit too, because
what do they call it, cold pressed or something like that. Yeah. Let's give it some fun name. This is cold pressed. Ooh, cold pressed. Oh boy.
What does that mean? Johnny threw it in the fridge over there and then stepped on it afterwards.
Pressed or fresh squeezed? Like, why are we giving different names? Is it? Right. And why is everything? It's crazy when it's like, oh, this is fresh squeezed. Yeah, supposed to be.
You're not gonna say that it was squeezed a year ago.
Like, that's crazy. I
would only expect it to be fresh.
I mean, we grew up on Top Ramen, right? You know what I mean? Like, what is Top? I don't even know what that is. Sure is good though, but I don't know what it is.
I don't either, especially that magical packet that brings the flavoring to it.
The magical flavoring packet that we love.
The little chicken face on it.
Yeah.
You're like, oh yeah, this is chicken supplements.
Yeah, it's crazy. No wonder, you know, like in Italy, people walk around, they're eating noodles and wine all day and they're thin as hell. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
I'm sure.
And then we have one night of like eating wings and then I'm all bloated and shit.
Bloated, got to do fucking 20 more sit-ups than I did the day before.
Well, yeah, it's the same thing. That's what I've been complaining to about the city water. You know what I mean? You have to constantly water your grass to keep it green, and then it rains one time. Just rains one time, a sprinkle, and your grass, your garden, everything flourishes. So what does that mean?
It means that water's horse shit and donkey shit.
Our water's and that fluoride or whatever the fuck that I'm just learning is in our water.
Oh yeah.
Well, I mean, I've always knew like fluoride is supposed to be. It's good for your teeth.
No, it's not.
It's in your the fucking dentist. There's fluoride in it.
Yeah, it's not good for your teeth because over in Germany they don't have fluoride in their water, and guess what? They have better teeth than we do.
To put stuff in the water
Is retarded.
to go like, hey, you need this.
You know what? I know God gave you this for free since the beginning of time, but let us fuck with it.
Hey,
that always works
We're
out.
gonna put this extra chemical in here for you.
And
It's good for your teeth.
I'm gonna tell you that, but you've told me that so many other things.
What do you mean it's good for my teeth? I swallow it.
Right.
What are you talking about?
I don't need anything good for my teeth because I maintain them and brush them.
Yeah, I brush my teeth.
I floss. I use a fucking water pick sometimes because shit gets trapped up in there, you know?
Jesus, man.
Fucking people,
All
dude.
right, another little slim thing of vodka here.
Fucking people, dude. That's.
And guess what? God damn it. And guess what? There's nothing we can do about it. I have to use that water.
And this is the shit part that I've realized. I get thirstier out of drinking tap water that has been filtered.
Really?
I do. The only time I don't get thirstier is if I use a reverse osmosis unit. That water is fucking like spring water, basically.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, an RO unit, dude. Boom.
Yeah, it's also different is in Yosemite at my mom's cabin. Drink the water right out of there.
Perfect.
It's so different.
Yeah.
Cold as hell. It's
Cold,
so
clean.
different. Just
Yeah.
clean.
Yeah, dude.
Straight.
Got more minerals than the bullshit, whatever they're trying to pass off here does. That's for
Yeah. So it's like, what does that mean, man? And how are we okay with this?
right. And well, from what I've seen, RFK's trying to put an end to that shit, dude. You know, so hopefully,
Right. I mean, it's like I'd love to just ship in my own water, get my own electricity.
I would like to go to a natural spring. Like, did you go to Camp High Hill when we were kids?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you get to go on that little hike where they took you to a spring? And
No.
you didn't.
I did not.
So we went on this little hike where
Yeah.
we go to a natural spring, and and I had a canteen with me and shit because I was a little Boy Scout when I was a kid and shit, for a little while.
You're all fired up.
Yeah, dude. So once they're like, "Here's the natural spring," I was like, "Fuck yeah!" Stuck my jug up there, dude. Filled that whole thing up. Ian, it was hot that day. That water stayed cold in my fucking canteen for the longest time.
It's like the Water Boys' ultimate water.
It
then.
was, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was special.
I mean, it's crazy. It's all crazy. If you really you can't use logic. If you use all this logic, you're going nuts about property taxes, everything. What are we paying for? Every time, I'm just like, what am I paying for? Wait, what? Wait, how much did the government take out of my paycheck? Wait, what?
Half of the things.
You constantly go, I don't understand what's happening. Electric bill, gas, water, trash. You're just like, what is this?
And like we were talking about, say I want to do my own water supply. Oh, you can't do that. Why? Because we made a law against it. Well, fuck your law. How's that?
Yeah, what if I want to cut? I don't want to pay for trash. I'll just take it to the dump on my own.
Yep.
Right. So I don't want to pay for trash.
No, but
I don't want to.
They want you to be a part of their grid.
No, I know. I don't want to use your electric.
I don't either.
I'll just solar everything.
Solar my shit.
I'll solar everything. I'll use propane. We'll just use propane.
Hell yeah.
I'll buy propane because I don't want to be hooked up to any of your guys' shit.
Sounds like paradise, dude. Then they could fucking leave
even though
us
the gas
alone.
bill isn't that bad, but
yeah, it's really not.
yeah, the gas bill's the easiest bill. That one's okay, but like water. I mean, really, the bills around here are nothing really compared to Hollywood bills. That's insanity.
I remember you telling me just a little tidbit of that when you were out
That's
there.
insanity.
That is.
And that was North Hollywood bill. The bills, they get an extra tax on bills in the Hollywood Hills. When you're in the hills,
You get a hill tax?
you get a hill tax.
Isn't that something?
That's not a lie. You have extra trash and resource bills.
Oh, so you got to pay a tax because the guy's got to do some climbing?
Maybe
To get to you?
That might be it. It's insane, dude. And when you get your electric bill, you're like, what? Oh my god! And you can't. What are you gonna fight it?
Right.
They just turn your electric off.
Yeah.
You can't go to another company. There's not another company.
No.
That's crazy to me.
Yeah, they want you to be stuck.
Yeah, but you do need electric. What are we gonna do with that? I mean, look, What am I gonna do with that electric?
I mean, solar is a great idea, but for, I would say, most households, the amount of shit that you use, I don't even know if it's worth it.
Like solar? No, yeah. I've done the pricing on for me to get solar, what I would pay for solar panels, because you're in debt for solar panels,
Right? Oh yeah.
So I'm like, well, no, my electric bill's actually less than that.
And then at the end of the day, what people don't realize is those panels don't just plug right into your electricity. No, they charge batteries that go back into your fucking household. So guess what you're doing now? Now you're just replacing batteries that cost $500 each, $1,000 each, you know, depending on how much draw you're trying to fucking put on these things and whatnot, dude. And I'm like, oh, great, here goes the children's slaves again, building batteries.
Right. So, I mean, can we get some, we just put an electric fan behind, and you know, they'll just generate.
Yeah, see? That's why they keep us away from the water supply, so we can't build our own fucking water wheels, little generators and turbines and stuff like that. Because you could. I mean, if you live right next to a river, you already got your own. You got your own water supply, and you got something that can spin shit to actually create power.
Right.
Instead of trying to go for solar. All you do is just use.
Yeah, solar doesn't seem worth it.
No, it really doesn't, dude. It doesn't.
Unless your bill is crazy, but.
Right. And unless your entire roof is filled with those fucking panels, like I said, the draw that you're going to have just trying to run your AC and your dishwasher at the same time, dude. Yeah, that's going to suck a lot of power.
Sure. Yeah, your AC, that sucks all the power.
I saw one dude, and this was when fucking I was in my 20s, so I don't even know if this guy's still doing this shit. But he developed this thing to where when he ran on his treadmill for a couple hours, he gauged it to how long he'd need to run on that treadmill to fucking juice up his batteries to power his shit.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, that's pretty genius, you know? I mean, you're already going to exercise anyway. I don't know if I'm going to run on a treadmill for 2 fucking hours, but...
That's an episode of Black Mirror.
Yeah.
You seen that one?
Yeah. Yeah.
Have you seen the new episodes of Black Mirror?
A few of them, not all of them, but yeah, a few of them.
Man.
And that little gizmo.
The Wi-Fi?
Yeah.
Wi-Fi brain?
Yeah, dude.
That's
I could see that
scary.
I can see that.
That's smart. That's very good writing, though.
That is.
But it sure does. You know, your Wi-Fi bill. Yeah. You're like, hold on, what the fuck? I'm at 120 now. I started at $79.99. How am I at one? They're like, well, you know, this grid and this thing needs to go up. Do you want to go up another 4? And you're just like, I don't even know what any of that means.
Yeah, and then even when they're telling, look, we can't afford this, they're like,
oh, I'm so sorry.
Like, fuck you.
Yeah, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna, dude. The casting for that chick is perfect.
That was
because they all look like that chick.
She played that role well too.
That's the same chick at the DMV. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Sorry, but you're fucked.
Yeah. They just have no emotion. They're just dead inside.
Yes, so dead, dude.
They really are dead inside. I would take any sort of rejection at the DMV if they were just like, yeah, this is fucked up.
Yeah, it's
like
fucked up. I get you.
I get you, man. This sucks.
But instead, they're like,
and then, well, no, they use all the lingo, like sir. Once they do that, yeah, I'm just
sir, I'm gonna have to ask you to calm down.
Calm down. I haven't said anything.
Yeah, no, because you raised your voice right there. Then they're like, sir, I told you, calm down, okay?
You want me to get the manager? Yeah, get the manager.
Yeah, get that motherfucker over here.
There's no way I have 2 DUIs, lady.
And now you're getting pissed off because she told you not to be pissed off, and you're like, well, that ain't pissed off.
And then they say words like "I told you." That gets my fucking goat. Like, you don't tell me shit, bitch. Shut the fuck up. You work at the DMV.
Yeah, you're stuck in that chair.
Yeah, you're so. All of you look the same. All of you look the same. You're all patting your head because it itches. Like, what do you know?
Big fucking glasses.
It sucks, dude. That's why it's worth the drive. Speaking of my mom's cabin, they got a DMV up there. There's no one in that DMV.
Oh, that's clean.
Yeah, there's like 3 people that work there. They're all just old white ladies, and they're like, "Oh, welcome in." Just like
the only DMV.
I'll drive all the way down there.
Only DMV I've been fortunate at is. And when I go to DMVs, I go to this one on Tuesday for some reason. It's the Magic Day, San Pedro. Okay, well, usually you don't have to go. If you have AAA, that's why it's worth having AAA. Get that AAA membership, dude. It's $60 a year. It's worth it for the DMV shit. Yeah, that does sound like it, dude, because that...
Never see the DMV ever again.
E45? You're like, what the fuck does that mean? I'm G89.
Just you saying that number right now made my skin crawl, dude. just over the intercom, E45, and I'm looking and I'm E78. I'm like,
son of a bitch. Every time that happens to me, I think of that Beetlejuice one dude where he steals his shit. Dude.
Yeah.
Like, looks like I'm next.
yeah. Yeah, and then you look at, and then the person that gets called, they stand up and look at you like they're special, dude.
They're like, ha.
You're like, go fuck yourself, Juan.
I hope you trip and die, motherfucker, on
Not
the way
a person
up
in there speaks English. You're just like, Jesus Christ. You're like, are there Americans that go to the DMV?
Why, you not ready to take the test?
And then I get the wrong line.
Shit.
And then like, why didn't you make an appointment? It doesn't make a difference.
No, it doesn't, because I've done that.
I've done that, and I'm still E40. What?
And, and now they're like, okay, you stand in this line, and then still wait.
They love to tell you to stand in another line.
Fucking
they wait. They wake up that day.
I think they're masturbating behind that big old fucking counter
If they can find their gunt.
While they're staring at us, standing in line, getting pissed off.
Are and forgive me, it's not all DMV work because I've been in some good DMVs in small towns.
Yeah.
But the DMV in big cities is scumbag central,
That's
dude.
no shit. These are the bitches that can't get hired anywhere else. Like even Walmart won't
It's
accept
courthouses, maybe.
Yeah, courthouses.
Giant thighs.
Maybe a Walmart manager.
How do their thighs get to the size of my waist? How the hell does that happen?
They're like tree trunks, bro. And
They're crazy thighs.
And where do they find these clothes?
And I like a thick-thighed lady.
I do
That's
too.
not what I'm talking about.
I like drums.
This is different.
I like drumsticks.
Yeah.
But I'm not trying to have a ham hock here.
It's insane, and they're so short too.
Stumpy little fucker.
Just stumpy, perfect braids though. They spend all the time on the braids.
Oh, and
the nails.
And those nails are
The
dead.
nails clacking away.
The nails are dead. So, nah, there's 5 people at home, but we can talk right now.
And you all know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
Don't play this game.
Fuck you.
If you don't know what I'm talking about, you haven't been outside the house.
Yeah, right.
Or you haven't had to do this, I guess we'll call it adulting, this bullshit that we have to do with DMV, courthouses, all this shit that makes your soul leave your body, man.
Did you ever hear that Primus song, DMV?
Yes.
The beginning opening line is fucking perfect. I've been to hell, I spell it DMV. Anyone who's been there knows precisely what I mean.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, dude.
Yeah. I haven't heard that song in a long time since cassette tapes, but once you said it, I remember. Yeah. Primus. Yeah, it is. It's hell in there. Cheers.
It is.
So when we die, if we happen to go to hell, we're just in line. Your whole life is, or that'd be purgatory. Your whole life is E95. You're just Beetlejuice, dude.
Yeah.
They got it. Actually,
You're looking at your number.
actually, that's probably where that idea came from. They're like, I bet you when we go to purgatory, I bet you that's what it is. Cheers, brother.
Cheers, dude.
God damn, dude. You hit a button with me. That's a button. My whole body has done something. Once you said E90, I said it again, and my body every time gets shivers. I'm just, and I think I'm getting better as I'm older, but as a younger guy, I used to have either a friend go with me or like somebody I could talk shit to in their ear, or I'll snap.
I had to smoke massive amounts of weed
Yeah,
on
you're
the car
lucky.
before I went
You're
inside
lucky you can
there.
do that. Yeah,
I had to,
I should have
dude.
took pills. I should have dropped some pills, maybe.
Ooh, I don't know. You'd probably fall asleep waiting, dude. You know?
Or if you're coming down, you start getting irritated.
Oh, yeah.
That's worse.
See? Yep.
And you know what I'm talking about.
Oh,
You guys
hell
that
yeah.
have ever done these Perkies or Norcos or whatever the Viking does,
Yep.
and then there's a come down that hits you, and you start getting real irritated.
Oh, your fuse went from existent to non-existent.
You start getting real irritated. That's the problem. See, that's the if I can talk frank about these pills
Yeah.
with you. You can go from say you drop a pill at a family function. You ever done that?
No.
Okay. See, I mean, these pills may not hit me the same, but you drop, especially back in the knee, right? The knee days.
Mm-hmm.
I'll drop a pill during Thanksgiving. I'm just like, this is awesome. I love you guys, man. This is awesome. Then the come down hits maybe about 2 hours in, and now I'm like, I got to get the fuck out of here, dude. And I'm just looking at just my family like, the fuck are you guys talking about?
Can't stand what you're saying right now.
Isn't that amazing? It's weird. It's kind of weird. But I'm so advanced that I go, that's a come down, take it easy, Ian.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like
I
I
would usually if I would have that happen, like I haven't been in the family function, but I've been in situations where I feel the come down, and I'll try to replace that come down with something else, like take a couple of shots or something, or smoke.
Or that happens with alcohol too, is the come down at the wrong time during a function.
Or when you're on your way to being really happy, you're starting to get there, you're just fucking joyful, and somebody steps on your crank, dude. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
As soon as you fucking just start to get a smile on your face, and somebody sees it and has to say, I think you might have a problem with your drinking. And you're like,
what the fuck?
The only problem I got is you talking about it and my fist not being around your fucking neck.
Yeah, and it's always the wrong person that mentions you're drinking. You're like, what about you? Look at you. You're a mess.
You're doing 10,000 things wrong, but you want to point your finger at me?
Yeah, shut the fuck up.
Right.
Since
when did we become so judgmental?
Yeah, and that sucks too, is like the buzzkill person where you're just like, everybody's having a good time. Usually it's a lady.
No.
You're having a great time, and then she'll bring up some shit, and everybody's just like, oh. And then you can kind of feel your come down hit.
Because me and you are like, fuck yeah, man, you see fucking UFC, cheers, brother. And she's like, I got raped.
Oh, god damn.
Fucking Buzz Killington over here.
Yeah.
It's like, come on. Let me enjoy myself for 5 fucking seconds.
And you know what's funny is that, I was in Hollywood recently, and actually I went and had drinks with Shorty, interestingly enough, but there is a major buzzkill. What's funny about me and Shorty too is like we can get together and not talk about the elephant in the room. We didn't talk anything about what has happened with us in the last. We didn't. Yep. We just completely bypassed it. No one brought it up. It's very funny.
That's the man thing to do.
We've done that before, though. Now that I look back, we definitely do that before. But anyways, because I think both of us are just curious to like what's up, but we don't want to really
don't want to bring
set it off or whatever. Because we were like, we were drinking and talking shit. Guys can just talk shit or whatever, Anyways, but the point is like we both know people in that area, so they'll come up and dumb drunk chicks. And I forgot about the dumb drunk Hollywood chicks. Ugh. I forgot that they existed since I've been here for 2 years. Right? Yeah, I've been here for 2 years, and I completely forgot about these dumb chicks. And I'm just like, and now I got zero patience for it. I'm like, run along with you now.
Run along, girl.
Run along, little Doug. Not for you, because I got zero patience and I'm leaving in an hour. Right? So I need you to run along.
I'm trying to have a good time.
I'm having a good time. I was just smiling.
Yep.
You know what I mean? They got good music on the jukebox.
I'd like to continue smiling, and your cackling isn't going to do that.
Your dumb cackling wannabe drunk girl bullshit is not. Although I was giving some good advice to a Hollywood fella that I know from Go-Go Riot shows and from the bars. I can't recall his name. I'm sorry, buddy. He's a good guy. Anyways, he's done a full transfer though. Like the last time I saw him, he's all tattooed from face to nuts now, dude.
Oh shit.
Low cut shirt, gold chains, grills. This motherfucker did a transition, dude.
Wow.
Yeah, he's a nice guy. He's a nice guy, but he definitely did an interesting transition. And he's really like, I'm gonna get some pussy. Like he's so fucking like, and he's been a nice guy. I think something happened to him where he's like, fuck this shit, dude. Something happened.
Yeah.
And anyways, he was like, you know what I hate, man? He was telling me this is like, these chicks act like they don't remember me. I fucking hooked up with, like, I kissed her at the bar like 3 weeks ago. This dumb bitch doesn't remember it. And I go, hey, stop. She remembers you. She's playing this Hollywood drunk chick shit, and they do that, and it's so fucking annoying.
You know why they do it?
I hate when people act like they're like. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I'm just so cool around here. I didn't remember you. I'm sorry. Yeah, that makes me insane.
I know why they do that.
Yeah.
Because they're trying not to sound like whores to the rest of the dudes that are listening.
Well, no, it makes you sound like a whore. The fact that you didn't remember?
But in their dumb little mindset, they think if I don't remember him, to everybody else that hears, it didn't happen. He's just some random guy.
Maybe they're thinking of it in a different way.
Yep.
Because I'm thinking of it. And that's what I said to him. I go, imagine a chick that she's that jacked up on drugs and alcohol that she doesn't remember making out with a dude, or she's full of shit, which I'm going with the latter.
I'm leaning into that too.
Yeah. So, and I know it because I've encountered that a lot. Not with chicks, even dudes. And I go, and I'm forgive how this sounds. Hey, I'm not that forgettable. I know, I'm sure you go about your life, but hey, guy. I'm not that forgettable, okay?
Get over yourself.
Stop it.
Yeah.
I know you know who I am.
Get over yourself. Get off your
there's
little high hill.
And there's a dude that me and Jenna both know, and he always acts like he doesn't remember me. Always. It's so funny. And so I shun him. I constantly, I'm constantly like, but I still go, hey, man, how you doing? And he always just like, yeah. He tries to be like, fucking Hollywood, yeah. And I'm like, hey, bro, I know you know me. Mm-hmm. There's no doubt that you don't know me.
Yeah.
And I've met you like 15 times.
There's no other like me, dude. And I know
I'm not saying that. There's definitely people like me for sure. But what I'm saying is I'm not that forgettable, okay, pal? Like
I would say, dude, with our fucking personalities, there's no one like us.
Yeah, and especially at the bar, I'm having fun with my friends. I can get mouthy, and I'm having fun. We're having fun. Mm-hmm. It's so weird, and I'm also fucking the man of the girl that you know for sure. I've been with her for fucking 10 years.
Well, I'm not gonna.
She wears my shirts her whole life. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
The last time that actually happened to me, where I couldn't remember the dude's name.
Sure.
Okay, not a big deal, but but I know the guy. If I see him, like, yeah, but then I call him the wrong name. I kind of feel like a dick like that too,
sure.
And I didn't used to be that guy. I used to be really good with fucking names.
I'm actually working on that right now. Yeah. I'm trying to make sure that even when I forget the name, I go, I'm sorry, buddy. What was your name again?
And that's but I find myself doing that a lot.
That's okay.
Or I'll tell a story to somebody who actually knows that guy too, and they're like, it's not his fucking name, and I'm like, his name's not Kyle,
dude.
They're like, it's totally not Kyle, dude.
Dude, I've done that with girls I've been on dates with, bro.
So
I was like, oh shit,
that's kind of funny, but when it's a dude, I feel bad for some reason.
Yeah, I'm like, oh shit.
I'm like, oh, my bad, dude,
It's Lindsay, not Leslie. Wait, what?
She's like, no, it's Katie, dipshit.
Oh,
like, fuck, I knew I was close.
Like, it's a weird name, like a Miranda. Like I was out with a chick named Miranda, but I was calling her Melissa, and she was like, all right, that's the second time. Did you say Melissa? Wait, what? And I go, she goes, it's Miranda. And I go, I'm so sorry. I was just like, sorry. I didn't mean to, because I met her the night before and, I didn't, and we're just hanging out. I'm like, I'm sorry about that.
You're like, you know what? I won't forget that anymore because I remember the cops asking me, do I need to know my Miranda rights? So I can't forget it anymore.
But I mean, no, I do that with guys a lot. And people do that sometimes when you're just meeting people and you just like, because you meet like, hey, I'm Ian. But
it's usually the ones that it's just high and by, and then I don't see you for a while, and then high and by, and I don't see you for a while.
But that's okay, man. It's like not only that, but I do get embarrassed sometimes when I've seen someone like a bunch of times. I've just never know their name. It's like, what's up, bro? It's one of those, right? But sometimes now what I'm doing, I'll go behind their back and be like, I'm sorry, what was his name again?
Yeah,
I go, Dave, got it. Okay,
I've done.
And then I've said it a million times. Dave, what's up, man?
I've done that a few times myself too, dude. But yeah, the initial thing, I'm like, why the fuck can't I remember his name? And then when I really think back on it, because it was just high and by here and there. You don't see him for a fucking couple of months, and then you do again. You're like, what's your? Come on, help a brother out here.
Yeah.
What's your fucking name?
Oh yeah. When you introduce him to someone, this is my friend Justin, and Justin. And he's like, hey, I'm Peter. I'm like, oh, Peter, yeah, Peter. Hey.
Or you leave it open for them to fill in the gap. You're like, and this is
this is
yeah. And then he just sits there like, I can't believe you don't fucking know my name, dude. And you're like, come on, man, it's not my fault.
Hey, fucking Joe said my last name wrong.
Joe
Provincio. And I go, bro, you don't know my last name? He's like, what? It's Levitt. He said leave it. And I go, what'd you say? You don't know my last name?
He never made fun of you with the Love It at Levitt's?
No, but how's that making fun? That's awesome too. Love It at Levitt's. Fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah, no, but it was like Drew, like, stop looking at me, Swan.
Yeah. That's a classic.
That is good.
That's a classic. Yeah, but It's not that bad. Like if you got a really shitty last name, then it sucks. But like butt kiss or something.
Well, imagine if the whole time we've been calling Joe Provencio, and he's like, my last name's Provolone.
Maybe it's something with that family because his dad can't say my first name. He says Eon.
Well, the wife, when I first, when you first started coming around and shit, she would always call you Eon.
Yeah, maybe it's Hispanic fellas.
It's a Hispanic thing.
Hispanic thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I used to get that a lot when we were younger, but now it's a fairly known name. People have this name now.
Definitely.
So, but yeah,
But then you got fuckers fucking with it like Ian Ziering.
Yeah, he's screwing around.
Same spelling,
sissy.
dude. On the same fucking spelling.
Yeah, what a sissy Ian Ziering is too, dude. You see that video? I showed you that video where those little biker kids fucking beat him up.
Yeah, dude.
And he was trying to throw punches. He looked like he's never done anything in his life.
He looked like Cat Williams getting beat up by that 14-year-old.
That's rough.
That is.
But
rough.
Cat Williams is
he's a little
4'5",
guy.
though.
And he's like what 80 pounds.
It's still rough though. That's a rough look.
Yeah, dude. I mean,
you got to stay out of that. What, Cat? What are you doing getting in these fights with these kids?
What are you doing hanging out in the hood with these?
By the way, these kids were fucking with them. Though.
They were. I saw it.
Yeah, and hey, celebrities and such, people are gonna fuck with you. Stay out of that.
Yeah. Don't go to the hood to try to show that you're doing something good.
Yeah.
Because you're going to get jacked or fucked with.
Yeah, don't act like you're a Cat. All you celebrities, don't act like you're from there.
Right.
Don't act like you're from the streets.
Yeah.
You're not.
Yeah, don't be in there like, oh, I can't wait to get this video, and then you get got by a 14-year-old dude.
Yeah, the real 14 was like, I don't give a fuck about your dumb video.
I'm taller than you. And I got a reach on you, motherfucker. What you gonna do,
Yeah, that's always rough when some of these celebrities get blasted on you, like Danny Trejo. You seen that one?
No.
Danny Trejo. Sometimes, you know what I mean? You start to think you're really machete.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think someone like he was they were in Hollywood, and he was in some top-down car, and he was like, they were like, hey, what's up, everyone? And someone threw a fucking like a water bottle at him and like hit the car or something. And he stopped the car and got out. Was like, what the fuck? And the dude just went boom and blasted him.
Dropped him?
Just one dropped him, dude. And Danny Trejo's is 70-something, dude. 70s. Like, what are you doing? And he looked like an old man. It was rough. He looked like an old man falling down. And the guy didn't do anything after. It was, the guy was just like, boom, Sorry if I spit on.
Yeah, that's cool.
But anyways, sometimes these boys forget. These guys are forgetting, like,
But I Trejo, from what I've seen, he at one time he was in prison.
Yeah, Trejo, I think
he's got a good solid background, but he's never maintained.
Well, no, I mean, look,
never maintained.
Look, we all get older.
No, we do.
Take it easy.
And don't jump out your ride like you're
70.
Yeah, act your age, bro.
And you're a celebrity, though. You got to be careful when you're a celebrity because people are going to want to get a video out of you.
Well, not only that, say he didn't get hit. Say he hit that kid. Now I'm suing you for $70 million.
Right.
Just because
it's a lose-lose.
Just because I landed on that number magically.
It's a lose-lose.
Yeah.
And there's another one, and then we'll call it. Fucking, you know who Theo Von is?
Yes.
I saw this video.
Yeah.
Have you seen that video where he pushes this guy off him?
No.
There's like a sissy that comes up to him, and the sissy's got balloons in his hand because it was his birthday or something. And Theo Von is just standing. Now Theo Von has become quite the celebrity as far as I've figured out. He's at the Trump fucking rally and shit. Yeah, it's crazy.
Comedy fucking.
Anyways, he's standing at the bar like by himself, like just waiting to get a drink. Like, you know what I mean? Which is crazy. You can't do that. You got to have a buddy system if you're a celebrity. You have to. You just have to. I'm telling you. I mean, I'm not a celebrity, and I do that anyways, just to keep myself from,
Yep.
But anyways, the point is that this guy comes up to him, and I think he was like gets in his face. He's got the balloons and everything. He's like, hey, I think the guy was like, hey, Theo, I love you. And Theo was like, okay, man, thank you, whatever. And he was like, no, hey, will you do me? I guess the guy was like, hey, will you do me a favor and get on video with me popping the balloons? It will be funny. And I guess Theo Von was like, hey, man, I'm not really in the mood for that. He's probably in a shitty mood.
Yeah.
And the guy was like, oh, come on, wait, what? And then Theo just took his neck and pushed him away. Now the guy, the guy's like, he's a sissy. So now he gets on video and he was like, now I'm a singer in a band. I could have been, my larynx could have been killed or whatever. He's just like,
fucking eyes
it's just
rolling.
doing the gayest shit ever. And
Beta.
And it's another thing. I think it actually kind of makes Theo look good a little bit. But the point is like, hey, Theo, why are you getting into it with these people. Get out of there.
Yeah, that's why your buddies, fucking let them handle that shit, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's an interesting thought too, because it's kind of like what hot chicks deal with, but worse because they can't push anybody off.
That's right, because they got no strength.
Think about that.
And I can grab their wrists. Yeah.
You could just yeah. It's kind of scary. You got some weird guy just over you, and you're just this little girl. You can't do anything.
Flailing about.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And then in doing that, why don't you ladies? You're like, ew, get away from me. But why don't you have a buddy system? Why don't you have a? Why are you out there in the open with your fucking tiny skirts? And then you complain about this giant dude.
Dressed like a hooker, you get hooker prizes.
It's the same thing. I think that here's a good way to put it. It's the same thing as if a celebrity was at the bar and he's like, ew, what are you doing talking to me? You know what I mean?
Yep. Yeah.
Like if Brad Pitt was like, what are you doing talking to me? You know? Brad Pitt's like a hot chick. Like, it's like, ew, what are you doing talking to me? Well, you're a hot chick and your whole asshole's out.
Right. Yeah,
right?
Yeah, I'm a little buzzed, and you're showing me exactly what I came here for.
Yeah, and you're upset that
I paid attention to you.
Yeah, at least Brad Pitt could probably throw some hands and get himself out of there, maybe. You know what I mean?
Nah,
I think Brad Pitt can throw. I bet he can in the celebrity sphere.
Maybe back in the days, not so much anymore. I don't think so.
I mean, look, he's getting older too.
I think. Speaking of getting older, but still, I think if I want to see Celebrity Deathmatch reborn again, Ian.
That'd be fun.
And I want to see Tom Cruise fight Brad Pitt. That would be great.
That'd be a great fight. Who do you think would win?
Tom Cruise with his little 5'4" looking ass, dude.
I think Brad Pitt will win.
I don't know. He doesn't do his own stunts.
I don't give a fuck, dude. I like a Brad Pitt better.
I do too, but I think Cruise is going to use his Scientology mind on him and fuck his whole life up.
I mean, Cruise is he's a little wacky.
He's a nut job.
He's a little wacky, and Brad Pitt's just over there getting pussy, so he's probably
Hey, but
get too much pussy.
I did see the fun facts on Tom Cruise, and it said that he'll marry him at a certain age and then ditch him at a certain age, and I think he doesn't go past 36 or something like that.
Who?
Tom Cruise. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So when he marries a bride, they're at this specific age, and it's happened through his past wives and whatnot. And then he ditches them at age 36
been married
or something.
Because he married that Katie
Holmes because they had that whole free Katie thing. Because he tried to entrap her in his cult. And then there was the other one. What was the other one?
That's right. He was married to Nicole Kidman.
Nicole Kidman.
She's a major piece.
Yeah, dude. And it was the same age.
Oh, really?
When they got married and when they split up.
Now what? Now, of course, though, like, because maybe that's the hottest age. He's like, I think that's the hottest age. I'm Tom Cruise. I want the hottest.
I'm not gonna.
Like they're busting Leonardo DiCaprio's balls because he's always got these little fucking like 20-something-year-old girls around him all the time.
Well, now they're busting his balls because them pictures of him with the Diddy party shit, dude. You know?
Yeah. You know what, man?
And he's got the little white garments on like everybody else does too. So
does a lot of people. Like, you would have went to that party too.
Nah.
Yes, you would have. I would have.
Probably not, dude.
Hey, you want to go to a sick ass party? Yeah, I'm in.
With a bunch of rich snobs that have nothing to do with my kind of lifestyle? Not really.
Sure. Yeah, what the fuck?
Unless you're going to tell me like, hey, the original Misfits are throwing a fucking party and we can just hang out with them and then we can jam with them and shit. Fuck yeah, I'm down with it.
Look, I bet Henry Rollins is at this party.
But if you're like, it's Puff Daddy, I don't give a fuck. It's Jennifer Lopez, not even interested. It's fucking Jay-Z, hate that guy.
Yeah, sure.
It's fucking what's Justin Bieber, can't stand him. It's fucking whoever, all these fucking.
I think it was everybody though.
Well, it was, but then I know his friend list too. Like he's Ellen DeGeneres. Fuck that bitch.
Sucks.
Yeah.
But it's like, hey, do you want to go to this party? Free booze and blows and a bunch of hot chick. It's hard to, you know what I mean? You're out drinking. You're like, yeah, let's go. Like, what the fuck? What are we talking about?
I don't know.
You know, I've been to worse parties.
Yeah, but if the music isn't going to be anything for my life,
it's definitely probably all his music.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm going to check out as soon as I walk in. I'm going to be like, I can't handle it.
But what I'm saying is like, we shouldn't condemn some folks because they went to a party. You know what I mean? It's like you can't do that. And it's like, just and you also
I agree with that.
and also it's like, look, all you gay boys, that's on you, all you rappers. You're all gay guys. So like, what are you all complaining about? And you didn't say anything. You're just as much of a rat. You know what I mean?
Yep. But
like if I would go to a party and you got Diddy's raping young boys or whatever, I'd be like, oh, what the fuck? I'd be like, hey, we gotta do something.
Well,
I go, yeah, you don't get to rape young boys in my presence.
Yeah,
That's for sure.
And I mean,
Yeah.
of course, it's not going to be in our presence, because when they're talking about when this stuff happened,
Right.
That was the after hours party. So say you're one of those innocent people that went to the before party,
Yeah.
and all the pictures are taken and all this shit, and now your name's blasted by the media and all that.
Now, underage people, that motherfucker should burn for sure. But if not underage, I don't give a fuck.
But at one point, we were underage, Ian, throwing parties, doing all the stuff that we're talking about.
Yeah.
I mean, we weren't going off the deep end, but we were drinking. We were
Trying to get pussy? For sure.
Getting some pussy, doing some drugs,
Yeah,
a little
for sure.
bit and whatnot. We didn't go off the deep end like that.
My point is, though, it's like, what I'm saying is that all these people are coming out, but I go, you're an adult. You could say no.
That's a fact.
A lot of us have said no before.
Right.
That happens.
Yeah. And
but if you're a kid now we got a problem.
well, I did like what one of the fucking chick bodyguards, big homie CC. I don't know if you've seen this guy.
No.
But his stuff is fucking. You should see a couple of his interviews, dude. It's crazy.
But also, if you motherfuckers didn't say anything,
But
didn't shut the fuck up because
this is where he said
you're an accomplice.
This is where he said he knew things were going bad. And he's like, if you go to a party, okay, fine, everybody's drinking, fucking wine and dining, having a good time and everything, that's great. But when somebody comes out and says, you need to put your cell phone in this bag,
Yeah.
he's like, that's when I told the girls that we're getting out of here. I mean, that would be me too.
Yeah.
Why do you need my cell phone?
Right.
No.
But there's also a million girls that want to be a part of that.
Well, all these people were doing that because, they were
Yeah.
promised riches, fucking
Sure.
fame, fucking all that
Well, I mean,
stuff.
back, let's say even in my day in Hollywood, I've been to some parties where there's a bunch of hired girls.
Yeah.
They just are, and there's movie producers and blah blah blah, and that's the room over there, and they just brought in these chicks, and then they just randomly offered chicks to fucking be like, hey, can I give you 2 G's to bang me and my friend? And guess what? You could say no.
Right, you can.
You're an adult.
You can.
You could say no.
Yeah. And
So-
if you don't, it's consensual. You made money, whatever.
Yeah. So I got no problem up until it's young.
Yeah. But the one thing I did see too recently, I don't know if you've seen this one, that one of the chicks that was trying to say that Harvey Weinstein fucking assaulted her and whatnot.
Right.
The way that they found out that was bullshit is they asked her what his penis looked like. And apparently you would have known if you'd ever seen it because it was gangrene.
Yeah. Apparently he has a
no.
penis that doesn't really work.
Yeah, and his testicles were removed. No, it's gonorrhea. Sorry, gangrene. Why did I say that?
I don't know.
his dick
That'd be
just
rough.
fell.
Yeah.
Gangrene of the cock.
Yeah. Apparently he's got a weird cock that doesn't work.
Yeah, it doesn't work, and
But that's the same thing I've been saying about that. Like, did he hold you down and force you?
nope.
Then if he did, fuck yeah, dude. Let's lynch that
burn him.
motherfucker.
Yeah, let's
burn
burn
him
him.
at the stakes.
Yep.
Now, is he a creep? Okay, sure.
Nah.
Sure. Is he creepy? Is he gross? Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. But were you able to leave? Can you leave the room?
Could you just slap the shit out of him and
Could you
walk
just beat
away?
the shit out of his fat ass?
Right.
And where are all your guy friends?
Where's your fucking somebody?
Yeah.
Somebody. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, you're a girl in fucking Hollywood.
Yeah.
You don't go anywhere by yourself. You got your fucking little. You got your entourage.
Yeah,
right?
so it's like, I'm not like victim blaming, but you do have to stand up for yourself a little bit.
Oh, I'll victim blame all day though. I like doing that.
Okay. I mean, I'm just, I'm saying, it's like, nah, did he hold you down? Did he force you? Or did he say he'll ruin your career? Because that's not illegal. That's an asshole scumbag thing to do. Sure.
Yeah.
But it's not illegal, and you can say go fuck yourself.
And then you can start to beat the living shit out of him.
Or you can go get a job somewhere. You don't have to be an actress.
Yeah, but you should definitely do that afterwards. But
You know?
I would say beat the living shit out of the guy
Yeah.
first. I'd be like, I'll ruin your career. What, motherfucker? I'll ruin you. How's that? I'm going to ruin your face right now.
Yeah. And that's a fun thing, you know, like that is a thing, you know, because he's the highest position of making dreams come true for sure. You know, but hey, if you could say no,
then I
you
don't
can
feel bad.
And there's a million girls out there that would like to not say no.
Right.
You know what I mean?
They'd like to just be given the opportunity to say no.
Not saying it's great, not saying it's not scumbaggy, but it's definitely not rape, it's scumbag central. And he deserves an ass whooping.
Yep.
So maybe try to find some guy friends. You got any brothers? You got a cousins? Do you have anybody that like, cause let me tell you something, man. If my little sister was like, hey, this fucking dude, and I'd be like, did you tell him to fuck off? And if you didn't, like, I'd be like, I don't know what to do for you, because and then
you just walked into the spider's web.
Yeah, say the word. You want me to fuck this dude up? Yeah. Okay, I'll fuck him up. Like, what do you want? You know, is he a scumbag? Did he like put his hands on you? The fuck did he do?
Right.
You know, you have to do that. Like my girl would have to, if some dude scumbag you with her, which they are from time to time, promoters or whatever the fuck, and then I go, would you tell them to fuck off? She'd be like, yeah, of course.
Good.
We move along with our life. That's life.
We can just carry on with our lives.
Yeah. Did he put his hands on you? Because then I'll come into play.
That's where I come in.
Yeah. So it's just like, try to fucking, are we equals or are we not equals? I don't know what the fuck.
We're us and women.
Yeah, I mean,
no, we're not equals.
Okay, I mean, if we're trying to claim that we're equals, hey, then shut the fuck up and handle business.
If we're not equals on certain planes, what you know, when it comes to chicks, what they're actually meant for is to be our helpers, and we're supposed to be their helpers.
Sure.
So we work as a unit together to, you know, accomplish certain goals.
Sure.
When that doesn't happen, there's gonna be problems.
There's problems
every time.
We're supposed to protect you.
Yep.
And you have to not get yourself in the useless fucking trouble, because back in the day we'd kick you out of the tribe.
Right.
Like we have to collect food and try to survive around here. You are bringing in heat.
Right.
Not good.
No.
Yeah. We have to get you out of here.
Yep.
You're not a good baby making machine. We gotta get you out of here.
And plus, the bears can smell the menstruation. You heard that? Bears.
See? This is a news station. All right, brother. Here, pour a little tiny vodka shot. We got to jam that a little bit.